The concept of our great power, intellectual perception. The concept of the great power. Whoever knows the great power will be saved. Whoever knows our great power will become invisible. Fire will be unable to consume such a person, but it will purify and it will destroy all that you possess. For all those in whom my form appears, from 7 days old to 120 years old, will be saved. Upon them are placed these obligations: to gather together all that is lost and the letters of our great power, that the great power may write your name in our bright light and bring the thoughts and deeds of others to an end. Then these may be purified, scattered, destroyed, and brought together in the place no one can see. You will see me and prepare your dwelling places in our great power. Come to know how what has gone has come to be, that you may know how what is alive will come to be, and know how to recognize this and what that aeon looks like, what its nature is, and how it came into being. Why don't you ask what your nature will be, or how you have come into being? In the beginning are water and spirit. Think about how immense this water is, that it is incomprehensibly immeasurable. It has no beginning. It has no end. It supports the earth and blows into the air where the gods and angels are. There is fear and light in the one exalted over all this, and my letters are visible in that one. I have provided them as a service for the creation of the flesh. For no one can stand without that one, and the aeon cannot live without that one. That one has what is within and thinks in a pure way. Look at the spirit and understand where it is from. The spirit was given to people so that they may receive life from it day by day. It has life within and gives to all. Then darkness and the underworld received the fire. It will release from itself what is mine. Its eyes could not endure my light. The first age of flesh begins. The winds and waters moved. The rest also came into being, along with the entire aeon of creation. From the depths came the fire. Power came to be in the midst of the powers. The powers desired to see my image. The soul became a copy of it. This is what came into being. Notice what it is like, that before coming into being, it could not be seen. Since the aeon of the flesh came to be in giant bodies, long periods of time in creation were assigned to them. When they became corrupt after entering the flesh, the father of the flesh, the water, acted in judgment. When the father of the flesh, who holds the angels in subjection, found Noah, who was pious and worthy. Noah proclaimed a message of piety for 120 years, but no one listened to him. So he made a wooden ark, and whoever he found went in. Then the flood came, and Noah and his sons were saved. If there had been no ark for a person to enter, the flood water would not have come. Thus, that one had a thought and planned to save the gods, the angels, the powers, and the majesty of all of them, and the luxurious way of life, by moving them out of that aeon and providing a life for them in places that endure. The judgment of the flesh came to an end. Only the work of power remained steadfast. The second age of the soul follows. Next is the aeon of the soul. It is trivial, entangled with bodies and the conception of souls and defilements. The first defilement of creation gained strength. It produced all sorts of things, many works of wrath, anger, envy, jealousy, hatred, slander, contempt, and warfares, lies and evil advice, sorrows and pleasures, disgraces and defilements, deceits and diseases, and unjust judgments given arbitrarily. Still you sleep and dream dreams. Wake up, come back, taste and eat the food of truth. Make the word and the water of life available. Avoid evil lust and desires and whatever deviates from who you are. These are evil dispositions that are unsound. The mother of the fire did not have power. She sent fire upon the soul and the land, and she burned all the dwellings in it until her consuming rage ceased. When she can find nothing else to burn, she will consume herself. The fire will become incorporeal with no body, and it will burn matter until it has purified everything, including all that is wicked. When it can find nothing else to burn, it will turn on itself until it consumes itself. The revealer comes into the world and is persecuted. Then in this aeon of the soul, there will come the human who knows the great power. He will receive it and know me. He will drink from the milk of the mother of the work that was done. He will speak in parables and proclaim the aeon that is to come, just as he spoke in the first aeon of the flesh to Noah. When he uttered his words, he spoke in 72 languages. He opened the gates of the heavens with his words. He put the ruler of the underworld to shame. He raised the dead, and he destroyed the dominion of the ruler of the underworld. Then there was a great disturbance. The rulers rose up in wrath against him, and they wanted to give him over to the ruler of the underworld. They knew one of his followers, and a fire burned in that person's soul. He handed him over, since no one knew who he was. They did it. They seized him, but they brought judgment upon themselves. They delivered him up to the ruler of the underworld. They gave him over to Sasabek and Barath. He prepared himself to go down and prove them wrong. The revealer triumphs over the archons and ascends. Then the ruler of the underworld took him, but he discovered that his flesh was such that it could not be seized and shown to the archons. He kept saying, "Who is this? What is this?" His word has abolished the law of the aeon. He is from the word of the power of life. He was stronger than the command of the rulers, and they could not dominate him by their action. The rulers searched to find out what had happened. They did not know that this was the sign of their demise and the moment of change of the aeon. The sun went under during the day, and the day became dark. The demons were shaken. After this, he will appear as he is ascending. The sign of the aeon that is to come will become visible, and the aeons will be dissolved. Blessed will they be who understand what is discussed with them and will be revealed to them. Blessed will they be, for they will come to understand truth. You have found rest in the heavens. Many follow the revealer and record his words. Then many will follow him, and they will labor in the regions where they were born. They will go about and write down his words as they wish. Observe that these aeons are gone. How large is the water of the aeon that has dissolved? What are the dimensions of aeons? How will people prepare themselves? How will they be established? How will they become indestructible aeons? At first, after his preaching, he proclaims the second aeon along with the first. The first aeon must perish with the passing of time. He spent time in the first aeon as he went about in it until it perished, and he preached for 120 years. This is the perfect number, which is held in high regard. He made the border of the west desolate, and he destroyed the east. Your seed and those who wish to follow our great word and his proclamation. The archons attacked the place where the word first appeared. Then the wrath of the rulers burned. They were ashamed of their dissolution. They fumed and grew angry at life. Cities were overthrown, mountains dissolved. The ruler came with the rulers of the west to the east to the place where the word first appeared. Then the earth trembled and the cities were shaken. The birds ate and had their fill of their dead. The earth mourned along with the inhabited world. They were desolate. When the times were completed, wickedness increased greatly until the final end of the world. Then the ruler of the west arose. He will act from the east and will teach people his wickedness. He wishes to eradicate all teachings of words of true wisdom, for he loves false wisdom. He raised his hand against what is old with the intent of bringing wickedness in and dressing in the clothing of dignity. He could not do it because his garments are exceptionally filthy. Then he got angry and made an appearance. He wished to go up and pass over to that place. The moment came, and he approached. He changes the ordinances. The imitator reigns over the earth and leads people astray. Then the time came when the child grew up. When he reached maturity, the rulers sent the imitator to that person so that they might come to know our great power. They expected that he would work a sign for them, and he performed great signs. He reigned over the whole earth and all who are under heaven. He set his throne over the end of the earth. It is said, I shall make you God of the world. He will perform signs and wonders. The people will turn from me and go astray. Those people who follow the imitator will introduce circumcision. He will pronounce judgment upon those who are from the uncircumcision, who are the real people. For he has sent many preachers beforehand, and they have preached on his behalf. Souls are purified as apocalyptic signs appear. When he has completed the time set for the kingdom of the earth, the purification of souls will occur. For wickedness has become stronger than you. The powers will tremble. All the seas will dry up. The firmament will not send down dew. The springs will stop giving water. The rivers will no longer flow back to their springs. The waters of the springs of the earth will stop flowing. The depths will be laid bare and will lie open. The stars will expand and the sun will stop shining. I shall withdraw with all those who know me. They will enter into immeasurable light, where there is no being of flesh or seduction of fire to seize them. They will be free and holy, and no one will be able to drag them down. I am protecting them with my hand, and they have holy garments that fire cannot touch. Next are darkness, wind, and a moment as short as the blink of an eye. Then he will come to destroy everything. They will be chastised until they are pure. The period of time allotted for them to have power is 1,468 years. When the fire has consumed everything and can find nothing else to burn, it will extinguish itself. Then the judgment of fire, which is the second power, will be completed. The third age of the Spirit is an aeon of beauty. Then mercy will come through Sophia. The firmaments will collapse down to the abyss. The children of matter will perish. From that moment, they will not exist. Then will appear the souls who are holy through the light of the power that is exalted above all powers, the immeasurable, the universal. That is I, and all who know me. They will be in the aeon of beauty, of the aeon of marriage, and they will be adorned through Sophia. After praising the one who is in incomprehensible oneness, they behold him on account of his will that is within them. They all have come to be as reflections in his light. They all have shone, and they have found rest in his rest. The one who is in oneness will free the souls being chastised, and they come to live in purity. They will see the holy ones and call out to them, "Have mercy on us, power above all powers." For in the iniquity that exists, to him their eyes. They do not seek him because they do not seek us, nor do they believe us. They have acted in accordance with the creation of the rulers and the other rulers of creation. We also have behaved according to our fleshly origin in the creation of the rulers, which establishes law. Yet we are the ones who have come to live in the unchangeable aeon, the concept of our great power.